Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Long time no see. Sorry, today's going to be a later upload and it's a night shoot today. So I just got off the set and I just wanted to share this moment with you guys. My name's Andrew. I'm a stunt guy, performer, actor, and coach and athlete. And we're going to be talking about today's topic is against all odds and making it through. Just a couple points on how to do that. And just a couple things to see from a different perspective, okay? So refrain from the struggle. Remember, it's a lesson, right? So there's a lot of struggling we're going through. There's a lot of panicking going on, a lot of anxiety ripping through your body. And I know that it can completely distort the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling. So remember, the struggle is just only a temporary thing and you're going to grow from it and you'll evolve from it. You got this, right? So instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, view them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become a stronger individual. This mindset helps in turn with the pain and the source of the power to this mindset helps in turning pain into a source of power, right? And that's what you really got to do. You really got to think about the mindset you have, right? A lot of people that are in basketball love the Mamba mentality or the Jordan ways or however you want to put it, or whatever sport it is. You want to really be the best at what you do, right? I really like basketball because you could say that person's the Michael Jordan of what they do. You want to be the Michael Jordan of your mind state and just be very aware and on top of it. That's very important. 2, set boundaries to protect mental health. Very important to let people know, hey man, you can't do that. And you got to let them know, like that's a for real thing. Like this isn't play now. We're for real now. You got to let them know. You got to speak up, let them know there's going to be situations that happen that you might feel you need to be silent about, but you just got to go out there and get it, right? So learn to say no to toxic relationships or unnecessary obligations that drain your energy. Focus on creating an environment that supports your emotional and mental well-being. So in that situation, I'll tell you an example. What I do is I usually go to video games. If I really feel like I can't really connect with anybody or I'm just very detached from everybody, I just go right to video games, and I think usually that's the best bet. I know a lot of people say video games are a distraction, but for me, they help actually connect with people online, and they're really good for my motor skills and quick thinking, especially when I'm dealing with like athletes or if I'm on set doing some wild stuff. Okay, so learn to say no to a toxic relationship or unnecessary obligations that drain your energy. Focus on creating an environment that supports your emotional and mental well-being, right? So make sure that you're always hanging out with the right people. And that's why I said I really like playing games online sometimes, because like if you play the right game, you find the right people that give you the motivation to carry through life. And that's what's really important. You want to be the happiest you could be at all times. And when you're happy and you aren't bored, you won't be distracted by your suffering or any kind of suffering or pain. Okay, so just try to keep yourself consistent, keep moving, keep doing something, keep thinking of other things, keep reading, keep whatever it is. If you find your craft or something that keeps you like really distracted from your personal issues, you'll notice life will be a lot easier and it'll be a lot lighter to cope with. Okay. Lean into authenticity and remember to always be real with people. I'm now starting to do that. I used to be a very charismatic and gregarious type of a personality type, and I guess the more honest I got with people, the more I realized like I didn't need to cry for that kind of attention. I just had to like really learn how to use my big boy words and express things properly and just know what I was feeling, how I could articulate that feeling to somebody, and then making sure that I nip it in the bud right away and let people know, hey, yo, that ain't flying, right? So embrace your vulnerabilities and share your story. Often, being open about struggles not only creates personal healing, but also inspires others to face their own challenges. So, like on my journey in becoming this person in film and in cinema and this influence in culture and sport, it was very difficult. There was decades of sacrifice, of empty gyms and lonely nights, and I don't drink. I quit drinking, and sure I may dabble in the occasional like THC once in a while, but You know, like that's, if I'm in a deep funk, maybe I'll really get into it. But other than that, like, I really try to just show people how much of a person I am and show people how much of a character I am before I really start acting a fool or like joking around too much. Like, I don't, like I said in the past, I don't really think I'm all that funny, but I try to really be fun to be around when I'm like in a good state of mind. And I know I can make or contribute to a team of having a great time, right? So embrace your, I already said that. Point number 5 is the last one I'm going to say. Focus on your why. And in life, you got to figure out, like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? What excites you? What motivates you? Why is it every time you see that certain person, they get you really excited and make your butterflies float inside your stomach? And, why are these things happening? Why do you feel like you can't even get out of bed? Why is it that you're dealing with an issue that you can't even move? There's so, like, find out the why and then figure out what the why is and push through the why, and my why was, why am I even here? Why do I even belong here? And then I realized, like, it was people around me that told me why I belonged, right? So it's very important to know your why. Reconnect with the deeper purpose behind your goals. This why can act as a guiding light when the odds feel insurmountable, helping you persevere through the toughest times. And that's the thing. We're going through the toughest times right now. A lot of us are going through the toughest times. Families are broken. Everything's separated. People, like, we're just a big mess now, right? And that's why you got to really focus on your why. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you do? And that's just, I want this to make this a shorter video today. I didn't want to get too into it. I got an early call time and I'm tired, but I want to just remind each and everybody that you're important, you're valuable, and you matter. And when you have a chance, start a YouTube channel and document it. It's really important. Start a YouTube channel. YouTube could possibly save you and get you out of your funk. You have a more interesting life than I do. You probably do way more interesting things than I. Document it and show the world and let them know that you're gonna be that next person. You're gonna be that somebody that they could look to, and you're the solid rock that they need when their back's against the ropes. I didn't really have that rock, and I had to try and find it. And then I realized I had no other choice in this world but to be the rock itself. And with that personal life experience and strength building, I realized, like, I became a very solid and driven human being. And I know that a lot of people around me could do it. I've told a lot of people around me they could do it. I've seen people around me grow, and I know they could do it, right? So anything is possible. You could be the greatest thing in the world. And I know for sure that when, at the end of the day, when you look back from the time you look in the mirror in the morning, when you start worrying about the why, at the end of the day, you're going to feel that little bit of purpose and that little bit of motivation that you're really hoping to try and get. And that's what's really important, right? So let's just go over the 5 points real quick. Refrain from I always lose my voice from these long speeches. Reframe the struggle as a lesson, right? The struggle is not going to last forever. You just got to fight through it, and you got to learn the lessons of why you're in that struggle. I know I got to practice what I preach, but you got to find out the why, and you got to refrain from that struggle and make it through, right? Set boundaries to protect your mental health. That's really important. We got to start protecting our mental health, who we are, setting boundaries, giving space. You don't have to cut people off all the time. I personally had to do what I had to do, but you guys don't have to live the life that I have to live. You don't have to make the choices that I have to make. You have to live your own life. And that's what's important. And live a happy life. Enjoy life. Because I'm making these videos because it's a release. And when I go out now, I'm more happy. Like, I have the therapy, but then I have this, and this helps so much. This helps me tell my story. And one day, maybe I might just sit down and let a 20-minute to hour-long recording go just for the first few chapters of how everything started. But I'm not just going to tell you about my life. I'm going to give you a reason and a purpose for why I'm telling you about my life. Point number 2, set boundaries. We already mentioned that. Point number 3, create a daily action plan. In life, you got to create that daily action plan. You got to set goals. You got to make little tiny steps for you to grow and become better. And we all know that. We hear it in every video. Lean into authenticity. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be real with yourself. And by doing that, when you create a daily plan, you are the most real with yourself forever. You could trust that state. You could trust that person, right? Embrace your vulnerabilities. Remember, that's really important. That's how you lean into your authenticity and focus on your why. You know, after you've leaned into your authenticity and you know who you are as a person, you'll focus on your why. And then these videos will be easier to pump out and you wouldn't have to worry about struggling about topics. This topic is, you know what I mean, is against all odds and how to make it through. And once as you follow those 5 little steps, you realize making these YouTube videos are going to be a lot easier and a lot simpler. And you'll be able to help people. You'll be able to be there for the people you love and care for. So start a YouTube channel. YouTube is, I don't know how long this is going to go on for, and I'm just going to try and just grow as much as I could as an individual, and I want you to grow with me, okay? So I love you. Be safe, be good. Like, subscribe, and let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts about this video. If you didn't like it, I'd understand. If you do like it, if you love it, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Write down your thoughts. Write down your ideas and your beliefs and what you're going through in this thing called life. And I'd love to respond to it and not give you advice, but just talk along with you through this, you know? And sometimes, no, we all need somebody to talk to. And I don't have anybody to talk to. So I got you to talk to. Anyway, I got an early call time and I just want to say thank you and I love you so much. Be good, be safe. YouTube, thank you.